Let's take a spin through the campaign trail and the last 24 hours. A number of former Democratic presidents out on the campaign trail, hoping to stem losses, hoping to create wins, hoping to turn maybe at least a couple of elections. One of those individuals is former President Barack Obama. Former President Barack Obama really stung Kari Lake and by extension, Donald Trump by pointing out, we've tried electing people who are just known for being on TV, and it didn't go particularly well. Reports are many on the right particularly upset by what Barack Obama said yesterday during an event in Arizona in support of Democrats running in that state.
Here in Arizona, there's no question that Katie Hobbs' opponent, she's good in front of the camera because she's been doing it for a long time, right? So, some people don't know this, but apparently Kari Lake actually interviewed me back in 2016 when I was president.
True.
She was a local news anchor. She was doing her job. At the time, I don't remember thinking that she was the kind of person who would push debunked COVID remedies or promise to issue a declaration of invasion at our border.
That's a very important action.
Or claim without any evidence that the 2020 election was stolen. I guess that stuff came later because she found it convenient. Because she thought, well, here's an opportunity to get attention.
Yep.
Listen, if we hadn't just elected somebody whose main qualification was being on TV, you could see maybe giving it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? Well, now we know.
Yeah.
It doesn't just work out just because somebody's been on TV.
President Obama is quite good at this. And indeed, he is needed in Arizona. And the reason that he is needed in Arizona is just look at the polling. Kari Lake is an individual who has no business whatsoever in public service. She talked about Arizona seceding from the United States. She spreads the big lie. She said she was taking prophylactic ivermectin. On and on and on. And she is, I don't even want to say potentially, I think at this point we have to say, if you believe the polling, she is the most likely heir apparent to become the governor of Arizona. Currently, Kari Lake is leading Democrat Katie Hobbs by an average of 2.8. Now, what's going on with the polling? Do we believe these numbers? I don't know. We will have a report either tomorrow or Monday about the allegations of bad polling, unreliable polling, and push polling related to the election. But why chance it? Why chance it? 2.8. Maybe she's winning by 2.8. Maybe it's a tie or not. Your vote really matters this time around. And for everybody who says, well, what do you mean my vote? It never comes down to one vote. Here's the way you have to think about that. How often does the election come down to one vote? Very rarely. But a lot of people say that to themselves. A lot of people say, why do I need to vote? It never comes down to one vote. If all the people who thought that stayed home, it would actually flip elections. And that's why it's important when you say to yourself, it never comes down to one vote. Why do I need to vote? Understand that there are thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of other people saying the same thing to themselves. If you all stay home, one candidate wins. If everybody who has that thought votes, the other candidate wins. So do not allow yourself to fall into that thinking. One other funny Barack Obama clip from the Arizona rally talking about Blake Masters, that really bizarre dude who's running against Mark Kelly and also who might win. Just very funny commentary about him.
If you were trying to create in a lab,
yes,
a wacky Republican politician, it'd look a lot like this guy. Mr.
True.
Masters.
True.
Campaign backed by a tech billionaire who's questioned the value of democracy?
Right.
Check.
Got it.
Wants to give tax cuts to big corporations that are jacking up prices on consumers?
Of course.
Check. Thinks it's a good idea to privatize Social Security and, quote, cut the knot on the benefits that more than 1 million seniors here in Arizona depend on. Check, check, check. I got a little fired up about this the other day in Wisconsin, but it's true here in Arizona too. Folks in Arizona have Social Security not because somebody's given it to them as a payoff, as a gift. They earned it. They worked for it.
That's exactly right. And the Social Security issue is increasingly becoming an issue. Very good appearance by former President Barack Obama. He was not the only former president out on the campaign trail yesterday. Before you go, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click the subscribe button below or above or wherever it is on your screen. And if you want to support my work even more strongly, the best way is to get a membership at joinpacman.com. and subscribe to the podcast for The David Pakman Show. There you can check out interviews, longer clips, and much more. It's on all the big podcasting platforms. Just search for The David Pakman Show, and all the links are also down below in the video description.